Let's get a rotate run. You can't turn. Hello, we're live. I'm with Sam Brief from originally Highland Park, Illinois, Deerfield, Illinois, but we're here in St. Paul, Minnesota. Sam Brief is the broadcaster for the Chicago Dogs, who are in town playing the St. Paul Saints. Wanted to catch up. Sam, how'd you get started in broadcasting?
Yeah, so I got started in high school, actually. Early on, towards the end of middle school, I realized my athletic career was going nowhere. I got started then writing for my high school newspaper, and I started a sports blog, and I got into writing about sports and covering it, and I absolutely loved it. And then I decided, I love writing, and I love talking and sports, so why don't I just give this whole broadcasting thing a shot? So I actually went to the director of my high school's TV station, and I said, hey, I want to do a sports show. So I did this weekly show we called the Highland Park Sports Brief.
Got it.
Play on the name. And I would just sit up there on the desk and, recap the week in Highland Park sports. And it evolved a lot as we went on. We did interviews and documentaries, and it became a whole production. And then my senior year started doing play-by-play. So we did basketball. For the Giants.
Okay.
We did basketball, football, which was super fun because our football team went 9-0 my senior year. It was like kind of a magical ride. So got to do play-by-play there for baseball, softball. We had a lot of fun. And I fell in love with it. Like being on the mic and calling the live action was like the most fun I've ever had. More fun than ever playing. And then I got to Northwestern. And a big reason why I went to Northwestern is because Medill, and they have a really great sports writing and broadcasting program. So I started working with WNUR Sports, which is the student-led radio station where we get to broadcast all of the Northwestern games. And it was super cool to broadcast Big Ten football and Big Ten basketball.
Were you there for their NCAA tournament basketball run?
Yep. I mean, it was super fun. I didn't get to go to Salt Lake City, but I was in Evanston calling some of the games in the lead up to that, which were some magical moments. And I just fell in love with it.
And now you're with the Dogs.
Now I'm with the Dogs, which is another dream come true.
So they've been in the news recently because they signed Carlos
Big Z.
Zambrano,
Yeah.
right? A major figure in Chicago sports history, although we already discussed we're both White Sox fans,
Yep,
so
go
Cub fans.
Sox.
You don't even need to watch. That's just what I'm saying. But tell me about that. How's that brought along the team? Has he been a good influence? And what's going on with him?
Yeah, he's been great. I think a lot of people in Chicago know him as a hothead. They think of Zambrano and they think of the guy beating up a poor little Gatorade cooler and, just going berserk on everyone. But he's settled down a lot. He's 37 now. He's a family man. He's kind of rediscovered himself. And he's a mentor to a lot of the young guys on the team. Twice he's bought lunch for the team.
Wow.
One day I walked into the clubhouse and there were these big tins of steaks.
Not kosher.
Not kosher steaks. From some Mexican restaurant. Non-kosher steaks, but good-looking steaks.
Yeah.
And I was just like, there's only one person who can afford to buy steak for the whole team, and that's Zambrano, who made, I think, $103 million during his career with the Cubs.
He did really well. He had a great
His last contract was $18 million, and he's clearly done a good job financially.
Can he get back to the league?
I think he's on a trajectory, too. Right now, you plop him in an MLB game, and I don't think so, but his fastball's sitting in the high 80s. He came in last night against the Saints, pitched 2 innings, gave up no hits. He can still hit. In batting practice the other day back in Chicago, he hit it over the scoreboard in left field.
Wow.
And almost onto 294. So I think he's on the trajectory where a team could take a shot at him and get a spring training invite maybe next year, and maybe he makes it.
All right. So tell me a little about the inside of the broadcast booth, your experience with the Dogs so far. What's been the coolest perk that you've, gotten to experience through your traveling and just living in Chicago?
Yeah, coolest perk has just been being around all these professional athletes. I've covered sports for 8-10 years now, but it's always been guys who are my own age, high school players, college players. This is the first time in my life where I've been covering guys who are professional. Zambrano's 37. The average Dogs player is between maybe 25 and 30. So these are grown men and guys who were drafted in the first round of the MLB draft. We've got 2 guys who were first-round picks, and our starting pitcher tonight, DJ Snelton, played for the Giants last year. I mean, these are grown men, and just traveling with them, being on the bus with them, being in the hotel with them.
You don't have to carry the bags, do you?
I don't carry. I carry my own bags, and that's it. The rookies carry the other big bags. But just being around the guys, and Butch Hobson, our manager, managed for the Red Sox and played a few years in the MLB. Being around them is super cool. That's been an awesome perk.
Okay, an ultimate goal. You want to do this the rest of your life? You want to get to the majors?
Oh yeah,
So this is stepping stone.
just like these guys want to get to the big
Yeah.
leagues, I want to get there. Dream at the end of the goal, at the end of the road, is to work for a network where I get to do multiple sports. I love baseball, but I also love football, basketball, you name it. So if I could work for ESPN or Fox Sports or CBS, and Joe Buck gets to call the World Series and the Super Bowl in the same year, I mean, that's the dream. So,
I thought the dream was being on the Great Rubino's website.
oh,
right?
that's my secondary dream.
Yeah, secondary.
I'm talking end of the road. Yeah,
All
that'd
right,
be
fair
super
enough.
cool.
Sam, thanks for your time.
Of course.
Go
Yeah.
Giants.
Yeah.
Enjoy the Saints
Giants.
game. They got First Avenue Wrestling here. First Wrestling tonight at the game. Is
Yeah.
it during or is it after? Do you know?
I don't know. I think they do it during.
All
They've
right,
got
so-
a whole setup. It looks super cool. I'm cooped up here in the booth. Otherwise, I'd go and mix it up with
And
those
they'll be
guys.
at Temple of Aaron June 5th, wrestling, so people can come out for Temple of Wrestling. Again, this is Sam Brief. Check out his store. You can check out his website, which I saw. You
Yeah,
got a really nice
sambrief.com.
website. Sambrief.com. Take care. Thanks for watching.